crazy to say that in 2025, a 21-year-old black student was found hanging from a tree on his Mississippi college campus. And what's even more crazy that at first, the police told his family that he passed away in his dorm. But then the story suddenly changed. And now officials are saying that there is no foul play. And his grandfather was told right out that it was suicide. But with America's history, with lynching being a tradition in this country, we're not just taking that at face value. Because it's not just about Trey. This is about a pattern. This is about a legacy of violence against black people that never went away. I'm Jaquan Milan, and there's definitely a deeper conversation here. Let's talk about it.
Not on my level.
And to be honest, from the start, this case has been filled with contradictions. The police first told Trey's family that he passed away in his dorm, but later they changed it and said he was found hanging from a tree by the pickleball courts. Trey's grandfather, Trey Reed, said an officer from the Boulevard County Sheriff Department told him straight up that it was suicide. Not possible suicide, not under investigation, no. He said suicide before autopsy, before facts, before anything was confirmed. Also, at a press conference on September 17th, Delta State Director of Public Safety Mike Peeler said he didn't have any acknowledgement of these calls that Trey's grandfather received. So right there, you have two completely different stories. How can the family trust the process when the story's already changing so much? And why are officials so quick to close the book in the investigation on a young black man's death? And here's the thing, Trey's family knows something isn't right, and that's why they retained attorney Ben Crump to represent them. And in a statement, Crump demanded that all video footage related to Trey's death be turned over. He said, and I quote, Trey's family deserve answers they can trust. We cannot accept rushed conclusions when the stakes are this high. By demanding the family be allowed to view any video and commissioning an independent autopsy, we are taking steps to uncover the truth about what happened to Trey. And that's exactly what needs to happen, guys, because the campus and the police keep saying no foul play. But with America's history, with lynching being a tradition in this country, we got to be skeptical. We can't just take their word for it. Not when decades of lynchings were labeled suicides to protect white perpetrators. Not when there's a long history of black pain being swept aside. If the campus has cameras everywhere, if there's modern surveillance tracking every move, then why hasn't the footage been released? Why hasn't the family been allowed to view it? In 2025, there is no excuse for silence. Now, I also want to address something that's been floating around online. Some people have been saying Trey's legs were broken and other limbs as well. His grandfather has confirmed that that is not true. This hasn't been verified by anybody, y'all. So let's be respectful here. This is an ongoing investigation. We have to stick to what's confirmed and not spread misinformation. What we do know is that the family feels stonewalled. The police are being dismissive, and the university is being vague. This isn't an isolated case. Another man named Corey was also found hung in Mississippi recently. I'm still researching details. Reports vary on whether he was white, mixed, or black, but the truth is wrong, and the fact that in 2025 we're seeing more hangings in Mississippi should have everyone concerned. This all fits into a bigger legacy. Lynchings was never just about unaliving one person. It was about sending a message. It was about fear, about control. It was about telling black people, stay in your place. And when we see young men like Trey Reed found hanging on a college campus in the South in Mississippi, how can we ignore that history? How can we not connect those dots? Okay, now here's the latest update. The Mississippi State Examiner Office has ruled Trey Reed's death a suicide. The cause, hanging. The manner, suicide, consists with the Boulevard County Coroner's early findings, which said there were no injuries consistent with assault, no broken bones, no lacerations, no contusions. Trey's family isn't stopping there. Colin Kaepernick, through his Know Your Rights Camp Autopsy initiative, is funding an independent autopsy for Trey Reed. This is huge, y'all, because this gives the family another chance to get answers that they can trust. So yes, the state says suicide, but history tells us not to just take that at face value. The inconsistencies in the story still matter. The autopsy still matters. The video footage still matters. Because justice isn't just about official ruling. It's about truth. Before this video ends, let me just say this too. I'm from Springfield, Illinois, where Sonia Massey was unalived by a police officer just for saying the blood of Jesus. And I saw firsthand what it looked like when Ben Crump steps in and gets that family justice. He literally changed the course of that case. That gives me hope for Trey Reed, that his family will get the truth, that they won't be pushed aside like black people usually are, because they deserve justice. We deserve justice. Trey Reed deserves justice. So here's where I stand. I want justice for Trey Reed, and you should too. But I do have some questions for y'all. Do you think the ruling resolves things, or do you still see the holes? Can suicide ever be trusted when there are conflicting reports and no transparency? Should we keep pushing until every video, every piece of evidence is out? I'll be following this case very closely, and every time something new comes out, I will be sure to update you guys. Trey's stories deserve more than silence, more than shrugs. All I got for now, guys, but I just want to end this video with saying justice for Trey Reed and his family. We need transparency. We need those surveillance tapes, and we need them now. I'll see you in the next one, boo. I'll holla.